Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa Ferran, and we are back. Ooh, I have the straightest hair ever. Whatever. We are back today with Get Ready With Me. I love makeup, but somebody, and I could say that a lot of you have asked me to do my makeup in camera, but unfortunately it's only been one person. Thank you. No, but that one person was enough for me to do it, just because I know I'm not a pro. I know I'm not Huda Beauty. I know, but I've always loved makeup. Always. Now, my mom never taught me how to do makeup. I learned from YouTube like 10 years ago, pretty much. I was a very lonely child, just because I lived really far from my friends and such. So I would stay in when I was a teenager practicing my makeup skills instead of like going out with my friend. So I just want to start, and first things first, I just washed my hair today, so I'm gonna put my hair in a Bonnet, which I got this one from Amazon. Guys, it was $3.54. Now I saw this one that being used by, I'm gonna use this amazing hair tie. So I saw this one being used by Mains by Mail, and I clicked in it. She got it from Amazon, and guys, $3.54. Honestly, couldn't beat that. I do use my Satin scrunchie and my Satin pillowcase. However, with this dry air, and since I don't have a humidifier at home yet, I thought this is gonna be perfect to protect my hair the most. If you want to see how I turn from this to these, stay tuned. Okay, let's start. Now, first things first, which is my biggest problem area, I do have a lot of acne scars. It's been tough for me. I have acne prone skin, very prone. So I always start with sunscreen, just because I used to have a lot of sun damage in my skin living in the coast in Colombia. So Octofamily sent me 3 items for me to try out. One is the sunscreen that I currently use, which is the UV Expert from Lancôme, the Aqua Gel Defense 50, which is amazing because it's also like a primer and moisturizer in one. And they also sent me from PUR the contour stick, which I had seen Janelle to sell. This other YouTuber used it, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to try it. So I have this one in medium, and I have the 4-in-1 Press Mirror Power Spectrum with SPF 15 in bisque. Now, I've tried this too before. I have not tried this one, so let's see. I always start with my sunscreen. What I love about this one is that it's non-comedogenic, which I've researched, and that's the one that's gonna prevent pimples to come out. So yeah, it has a moisturizer too, which is great, because even though my skin is oily, it gets very dry with the weather, with winter, so it's perfect. Now, I've been obsessed with these 2 items that I got from influencer. This is like from Smashbox. This is their new Mindful 5 collection. This one has cannabis sativa hemp seed oil, primer oil complex, red algae, green tea, and probiotic. It's a nourishing face primer serum. And this one has chamomile, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, apricot oil, and the cannabis sativa hemp seed oil. So I'm obsessed with this. Honestly, like, I just got it and I'm like, ooh, I would never really buy it on my own, but I've been using them and they are amazing. Like, this oil, you have to put it on. I put 2 drops, 1, 2, and just spread it across your face, and you do have to wait for like 2 minutes for it to set in your skin so you can wear it, so you can pack your foundation. However, I've noticed amazing results. Like, it does really prime my skin, and I feel like my skin looks better and not as dry with this oil on. And it smells like cucumber, but like hot cucumber. So that one, and then the oil for my lips, which I've never had a lip oil before, and I'm obsessed. Let's try the PUR 4-in-1 mineral makeup, press mineral makeup. So I've heard a lot about this product before. I hope the shade matches. I think this might be a little too white for me. I was the one that picked it, but I never really know how to pick my foundation. So, dropped it and cracked it. Let's see the coverage though, because I'm not a really powder person. It's 4-in-1. I mean, it's very mattifying and I like it. However, I'm not sure about the coverage. I did read that it had a lot of like good reviews, but I don't know, just like, I guess doing really little to cover my acne scars, which I guess I'm gonna have to use I guess I'm gonna have to use concealer for that. Ew. Like, you see my nose right here? No, let me just wet a little bit. I can take that off. I'm not a fan of that. No. I'm just gonna do it as I normally would. I'm gonna get my Laura Mercier Flawless Foundation in 2-in-2 linen, and then I just take my big beauty blender. This is what I usually do every day. Like, I'm gonna go like this, and then like this. Now, I make the weirdest faces while doing my makeup, guys, okay? So, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my process of moving to the States in case anybody's interested, because I don't want to be, I mean, I feel like if I had known a lot of this stuff before, I would have done stuff differently. Or not really, but it's just like there's a lot of information and misinformation out there that people need to realize. My now husband and I decided to elope. Super romantic. It wasn't. We were like over margaritas and we're just having, I mean, all of our issues. I'm gonna get the ColourPop Note Filter Concealer in medium 22 to my under eye circles. Now, all of our issues pretty much had stemmed between like distance, and I was tired of coming back and forth, and I had gotten this really great job deal in Colombia designing one of this multinational, like when we were multinational a children's brand, like as a designer, because that's what my career is. So I was really excited because I was finally gonna start my life, and with a job and such, I was gonna have to be there, and my travelings were gonna be less, but I was excited because I was finally gonna have a routine, right? So I did a little trip before starting my job, and I came here, and my husband and I, well, he proposed, what are we doing? Like, let's pretty much, like, let's get married. And I didn't know what I needed to, to do in order to get my wedding permit or my license, pretty much. So we went to the court with our passports. I thought you need like the birth certificate or whatever, but not. And they were like, oh, by the way, you can get married today if you want to. I was like, what? I thought you needed like some, I don't know, like witnesses and all this thing, and that's what you see in the movies, I guess. So we decided to, why not? Let's get married there. Sorry, I'm using my Kat Von D translucent powder to set my under eye circles. And my concealer, I'm just gonna leave it there. Put a lot because I kind of. So we got married that day. I was wearing pants, a really ugly and dirty, well, not dirty, but it was ugly bra with a tank top. He was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I had no makeup on. My hair was a mess. And it was funny because we went to the courthouse, and they were like next after us. There were like people, like they were dressed and etc. They were like with the with the flowers and like the whole veil, and people carrying their it was a big deal. So I'm doing my eyebrows with my favorite. Guys, I hold up buying this for about 2 years pretty much. Like, I knew everybody loved it and everybody wanted it. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Brow Pomade, and I just bought it now. It came with like a little set with this one, and then like a brow gel and an Ulta for like $30. And I was like, people told me like, oh yeah, it's amazing, but I never really, I mean, I had other things, but I honestly, I'm in love with this. Anyways, so we got married. I was crying the whole thing just because, and he was like, do you want to do it on some other day? And I was like, no, no, no. Like, I was just crying because I was super, like, it was very unexpected. I was just too many emotions, and I'm a crier. So we got married it was on May 28th. And we, first things first, like, okay, I have to cancel my job. I had to call to Colombia and cancel my job, and it was really awkward because it was like a job that they took 2 months to find out who they were gonna hire. So it was like a very seeked after job, and I was just basically after accepted, I'm sorry, I'm moving to the States. And then we planned a trip to go to Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Vegas. So basically we took that month to fill in the paperwork for me to get all my legal stuff started, because we heard all the people that they were like, oh my god, it takes years pretty much. And we've heard about, like, since Trump took office, everything was taking longer, and we heard a lot of things, right? Like a lot of things. And we were very scared, and I was scared because I was so ready to just start like a normal job and start earning money and, you know, being productive and having my routine and having my car and my apartment, whatever. I was ready to start my life. And now it's like, okay, you have to wait more time because you can work, because you can do all these things while you get your paper situation sealed, right? So I was nervous about it, but we sent our first paperwork situation on June the 28th, right before we left to the trip. And they sent us an email telling us, like, sorry, I'm looking at my mirror because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do this. They sent us an email telling us that we had that the paperwork had been received. That's pretty much the only thing we heard. I think after a month they told us to go to get my fingerprints taken. That was in like July. I think time passed. We got, like, I was waiting for my job permit because usually it should come before any like interview or anything, but it never came, guys. It never came, and I was worried because I wanted to start making money. I wanted to start buying my own stuff and, you know, not being like questioned about it, because it's, no matter what, I'm always been a very independent person, and I've always had my own money, and it's just like, oh, it's so stressful to having to rely on somebody else. So after that, sorry, I'm taking too long with my eyebrows. I'm sorry, I need to like continue. Eyebrows, done. After that, I'm gonna do my contour now. After that, we got like now I'm taking this from the PUR Cameo contour and just doing this one right here. After that, I noticed for our, it was November, it was September. So September 30th, I mean, that was when we got our thing. Let's see, it's beautiful. That was, the prints were like in July, late July, and then September we got our interview scheduled for October the 30th. Now we were scared because people tell you a lot of these things from, you know, interviews and such, and it's crazy because like my husband was scared, and it's like, honey, we're doing the right, like, we're a real couple, you know, like, don't be scared, because he knows a lot of people that have, you know, well, not really, but you hear the stories. This one comes with this puff. It's like an angular, but it came like a little broken, guys. So I'm gonna just pretty much blend it in with my skin, okay? So we were preparing for it, which pretty much it was stupid. You know how guys are, right? Because they were telling us, oh yeah, you're gonna get asked, you know, what side of the bed you sleep in, what side of, you know, what color is your toothbrush. And men are very, 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 like, well, at least my husband, he doesn't even know what color shirt I'm wearing while I'm wearing, like, he's very bad in details. Like, he won't remember anything. I did heard that it took like a year to get the interview, so I thought it was like pretty cool that it was like moving fast. I was very like hopeful that time would go fast, and it did. We got the interview scheduled on October 30th, and they asked us pretty much like 8 questions, both of us. It was like a 40-minute interview while he was typing a lot of things in the machine. Wait, let me get something else. I just bought it. I don't see it. I just bought this one yesterday. It's the Tartelette in Bloom palette from Tarte. From Ulta. They had like a 50% off the palette, and I've always wanted to have this palette like years ago, but of course I was not making enough money, and I was paying school, so of course I couldn't afford it. But yeah, I'm excited to try it out because I've been loving this palette for so long. So yeah, it took a 40-minute interview, and we had like a really nice, you know, elderly guy. He was pretty fun. I'm gonna look at the colors, guys. Look at the colors, they're perfect, right? Let's use Rebel as a, what's that really dark one now? Whatever, as a transition shade. So we like that one, but whatever. I'm gonna do something really quick because this is gonna be a super, I talk too much guys, I'm so sorry. But so Tarte, I'm gonna do it the funny girl with my fingers because I'm lazy, and these are normal everyday look, so whatever. I'm trying a couple of products. Anyways, guys, we got accepted the same day. Like, we got approved the same day, and we were not expecting it. Funny enough, we were like trying to make it because our appointment was like at 3, and we really wanted to make like buffet, our Chinese buffet, which ended up like lunchtime ended up at 3:30, and we were like looking at the clock trying to see if we could make it there because we couldn't know and expected that we were not gonna be approved right away, because that's what you hear. Guys, we were approved right away, and I honestly think it was because on the pictures that I took, like of evidence and whatnot, you can see like my hair journey, because I was like, back then when we started, I had like straight black hair, and now I have like my curly hair with my highlights. So you can see that it's not like, oh yeah, we just met, take a picture. No, it's been like a long relationship, right? So that was pretty much it. So we got accepted, and they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna get your green card in the mail from 3 weeks to 4 weeks or whatever. I got my green card in the mail a week later. I was in shock. I was crying, I was screaming, I was very emotional, just because, you know, that meant that one, I could go back to my country and see my mom. Guys, my mom and my dad, they're older, so it was very heartbreaking to me knowing that I couldn't go see them. I mean, they do have visas, but like, it's an expensive trip and expensive ticket, especially when you're not working, right? So I miss Colombia for sure, and I left not knowing that I was not going to come back. So it was very happy because I know that I could come back home whenever I wanted, and I just couldn't believe it, you know. And then it was a process because the work permit never arrived, so apparently that one's taking longer than the green card, which is weird. So after that, after I got my green card in the mail, and I had to go to Social Security office and make the longest line ever to get a Social Security card, because that's the one that's gonna help me like basically start a bank account, you know, get a job, tax ID, I guess, whatever. This is a really pretty shade, a pretty palette. I'm obsessed with it. Look at, it's very simple, guys, because I'm not gonna go anywhere pretty much. I'm just gonna line my eyes with, I'm obsessed with this Marc Jacobs liners. They're like, they don't move, guys. So this is the shade Irony, which is like a really black brown color. I do want to get the black one, but it's just like I should not spend any more money now. But I'm gonna line it real quick. Okay, I'm gonna my eyelashes because they are the one straight hairs that I do have in my body are my eyelashes, guys. I'm gonna use my little sample of Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Panoramic Mascara, which I love, but I haven't bought the full size yet. Oh, I spit. I haven't bought the full size yet just because. Guys, usually I would go for false lashes. However, I've been putting on my lashes the Grande Lash Enhancing Serum, and it's been working so much. Like, you have no idea. It's been only like 2 weeks, but I already noticed the difference. It took me 1 week to receive my Social Security card and number, and honestly, funny enough, that was the same day that I got my my Google verification of my address. So I was like jumping in happiness because finally I can verify my address, verified with my Social Security number, you know. the same day. So it was just like a blessing, honestly. I still don't have my license just because I'm terrified to drive in here, and it's just like awkward because when I'm traveling, I don't know if I should show them my passport or my green card. And I do need to get my license. I do need to start learning how to drive. I talked to my husband today, and I'm terrified. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes that have been going on this year. This year was all about waiting in God and waiting for the time to be right, and just waiting pretty much. So after like all that waiting, everything just happened so fast that I'm a little like overwhelmed, and my anxiety is like grrr. So yeah, we said we're gonna do it with time. Lips now. I've been obsessed, again, I bought it the whole coconut collection, guys, but I've been obsessed with these lip tints from ColourPop. ColourPop is such a great company. I mean, the prices are amazing, the products are amazing. They have stuff to suit anybody. I have a lot of liquid lipsticks, but I love how like kissable and how smooth and how moisturized and natural this makes your lips look. So I'm obsessed with the lip tints. It's just like, look at it. Love it. I'm gonna use my Sunbeam for highlight. This is from Benefit Cosmetics. I'm obsessed with it too, just because even though I have oily skin, I do like my highlight to look not like patchy on my face, and you can blend this to perfection. You dab all the way. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It took me a whole of, if I input the stuff in June 28th, by December, I think, no, by my birthday, no, yeah, by November, pretty much. November 15th, November 7th, I had my green card. November 15th, I had it on my social security. So it took me, gosh, I'm awful of this. July, August, September, October, November. Pretty much 5 months. So I used to hear that it would take a year. It didn't, thank God, because honestly, I would go crazy if I could not work and, you know, have a life pretty much for a year. Now I'm gonna use this Skin & Co. a Radiant Dew Truffle Mist just to set it up. I'm obsessed with the thing. As you can see, it's almost over, but I feel like this just brings everything to order. Let me just take off my Bonnet, which, by the way, I'm gonna leave a link of the Bonnet down just so you can get it, because honestly, best $4 I've ever spent in my life. Look at the inside, silky, and the outside is whatever. This is it, guys. Let me know if you like any of these makeup videos, if you want me to go a little bit more involved in it, if you want me to just talk about that, because I am a very hard person to keep track and keep focus on, so I will go into branches. But I do love talking about makeup. It's a passion of mine. I'm obsessed with makeup. I hope you enjoy my little story, my little how to get legal in the United States story. I'm still getting used to it. I'm still like adjusting to it. It's hard because I don't have any friends yet, and I think that's one of the things that people don't realize when they move, is like you start from zero, and not just labor wise or career wise, but also like you have nobody. Like, yeah, I have my husband, but honestly, like, you need your friends, you know, like you need a group of girlfriends to go out and just take pictures and have a drink, or just go dancing, or just being able to talk about your boyfriends, husbands, whatever. Even if it's just for fun, you need that in your life. So it's been a while. It's hard for me, but we're getting there. Again, I'm hoping to get a job just so I can have like my work friends, so we can go, I don't know, have happy hours, who knows. But with my career as a fashion designer, it's really hard to find anything here because everything is pretty much retail sell, and I have a back surgery, so I cannot stand on my feet for long periods of time just because I don't have two bones. That was it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the look, which is, I'm gonna go watch Netflix look. But I'll see you next time, and hope you're having an amazing Christmas, amazing holidays. Whatever you celebrate, just celebrate it with your family, okay? Love you. See you later.